Yo, what's up, my Dago T killers? How you doing? It's Chris today, and we're talking about the Goblin Rocket Riders. One of the weirdest towers in the game, to be honest. Just thinking about it, like literally, we are suiciding goblins into our enemies, and that just sounds a little weird. But hey, I mean, whatever you want to do, I guess, little buddies. So, the Goblin Rocket Riders. First of all, looking at the attack, it's pretty high. You know, we're talking like 75% on the bar right there. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. The cooldown is very, very low, so it's going to take a long time to reload, but he does have pretty long range over here, so they're going to hitting a lot of different areas. Of course, whenever you're using any sort of artillery, like the Rocket Riders here, you're probably going to want to use something to block people. In the furthest part of the range is usually best, and I'll explain that in just a second here. As far as the skills go, we've got the Minefield, which you throw it on a road, you throw it on the road, and it can hurt enemies stepping on it. You can put up to three and a half mines on the road. I think it's like when you have the fourth one throw down, like another one randomly explodes. You've got the Nitro Boosters, which shoots a nitro propelled bike or rocket that deals damage and has extra range. It ends up being pretty wonderful, actually. Sometimes guys will randomly get out of your range, like, oh crap, that guy's going to sneak through, and you go, whoop, and you just shoot it out, and you're going to take people down. And last but not least, you got Defective Engines, which shoots a defective bike into the air that explodes and does like a nice little rain of fire across the entire, uh, pathway. So let's show him off in the game really quick. And as usual, guys, I'm going to let you know, um, my disclaimer, really quick, is that yes, you can pay money to get good towers in this game, but it is not necessary whatsoever. You can beat the game in its entirety without paying a single dollar besides buying it. So let's get the Rocket Riders right here. And before I actually go too far, the way I usually like to use my artillery is I like to put a barracks tower actually behind them, or basically almost in the area where they can reach to the furthest. And the reason why I do this is because everybody's going to be piling up right there, and this general location, right, bam, everybody's going to pile up right there, and that's where the Rocket Riders are going to be extremely, extremely useful to be used. So, starting off, actually, not too bad of an attack. I mean, 7-11, it's okay. Getting up to first tier already 22 to 31. Fairly consistent damage, by the way. Not too shabby. Moving ourselves up. We're going up to 44 to 63, and all the way up to fourth tier, we get the 70 to 101 damage. So that's actually pretty good, you know, especially when we know we're doing grouped damage to these guys. That's not too bad at all, baby. So, uh, that's good by itself. Now, we've got the three abilities here, and what you're noticing probably is the fact that I've already run out of monies. Yes, I did. I don't really have money to show you guys all these fourth tier upgrades yet because like I said, I ran out of money. So what we got though is we got the Minefield here. It's gonna be 255 bucks to get the Minefield going, and it's only gonna do what 80 damage. I think it's 80 damage to start. We're gonna go up to 125 damage, and then I don't remember what the third tier is, but it's actually not as good as you probably want it to be. I think it goes up to 250, but it ends up not being, like I said, for the price. I don't feel like you're getting a good deal out of it. And the mines get placed randomly, so you can see one in the bottom left corner over there. When these next guys come in, we're going to be able to take them down for sure. All right, the middle path is the Nitro Booster. This is one of my favorite ones. I feel like if you're going to go for the Rocket Riders and you're going to get these going, go for the Nitro Booster. It's going to randomly shoot out a blue one. You can actually see it happening in real time. The big blue fire one. We'll see it. And last but not least, we've got the Defective Engines, which we'll see that one as well. It's just going to kind of explode in the middle and rain of fire some random engine parts or rocket parts. There we go. That was the big nitro-propelled one. All right. You can see a lot of guys are sneaking through. Like, why is that happening? Well, it's mostly because, well, this guy is not that good. It's because of the amount of money that you have to spend to make this stuff happen. You really have to stall people in like a perfect spot to make this worthwhile. And even when these abilities do happen, I don't find them to be as good as you probably want them to be. So I'm still going to buy all the upgrades here. I just want to try it. So we're going to get Defective Engines upgraded again, and we're going to go for the Nitro Boosters upgrade, and then we still have to pay about $510 to get these last two upgrades on the left here. So keep in mind, the money is tight. The money is for sure tight. Now, we've got some little mines on the ground here, though. We can finally get the pile-up happening. And watch the damage on these guys. Alright? So that one, well, he's probably going to die. Plus, they have to run over it, like, almost directly. Which kind of sucks, actually. It's like, ugh, really? Like the mines are actually being useless in a lot of situations? Was that a really good amount of damage? I didn't feel like it was, you know? Like it wasn't horrible, but I felt like it should have been a little better than that. Finally, we get a guy coming out, just a tiny little bit of damage right there, and everything. One thing I should mention is this guy is physical attack here. So we're not doing any magical attack, and armor does make this guy hurt people less. So, you know, some of these foot soldiers, they do have, you know, mild armor at this point, some miniature armor, so they can tank this stuff at least a little bit. But, honestly, if I had to give this tower a rating, and I've been giving a rating for every single tower so far, I would probably give him close to about a 3. I feel like he's just too expensive for what you're getting, and that's not saying that he's 100% useless. I still think you have some uses for him, but he ends up being pretty hard to use, ineffective, too expensive, and you know, all that jazz over there, guys. Doesn't affect flying units, so I just feel like he has too many negatives to him to make him worthwhile part of your team over here. Once you get the furnace is just going to be so much better as an artillery tower that you just don't really need to pop this guy in your team anymore. Just let him go. And like I said, he's not bad. I just don't like him. If you guys like him for your gameplay, that's totally fine, but I've played through this thing on Impossible and played through a lot of the challenges and everything, and I still just don't find him all that useful, alright? He's sometimes, every once in a while, man, he's got his uses, but I just don't really like him that much. He's hard to use. So, if you guys enjoyed my video, or if you didn't enjoy the video, if you did enjoy the video, press the like button. If you didn't enjoy the video, you can press that dislike button, but let me know in the comments below why you didn't like my video. I like to try and make them better for you guys, and, you know, I strive for greatness. So if you feel like I did something wrong, or you just don't like my opinion, that's fine. That's good. Dislike it, so other people know that this is a crappy video, and you don't have to watch the crappy videos out there. But that's all I'm going to have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, do it for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And, of course, have a super duper delicious day.